rainy out. It's a little chilly, but you know what? It's Friday, and all is good in the world because why not? I'm Greg Gnip. I'll be your Gnip. There's Chris Yazinski. He is your Gnop of the show. So how are you, my friend?
I'm good. I can't complain.
That's not true. You can always complain. It's just that nobody gives a shit.
Usually. No. Not even in the slightest bit.
No. So
Yeah.
Okay. So we're really running late. We started the show really late today, and it's all my fault.
Yeah.
But I have
all
to
your
say
fault.
that I apologize to anybody who was hoping that we'd start at 12 noon, but we had a little. Today's my 1 year anniversary.
Oh.
Today's my 1 year anniversary of getting the mass email and the mass conference call being told I have been relieved of 30 years of working for in radio. So a bunch of the people who got let go last year have been texting back and forth and talking to each other, and it was all of a sudden I went, oh, son of a bitch, I got to get on, right? Because it's kind of like, hey, look at that, happy that when we've all survived 1 year, so. So
Baby
I
steps,
apologize.
everybody.
Yeah, so it's my 1 year. Today's my official 1 year anniversary.
Baby steps, everyone. Baby steps.
Yeah, I'm just going to say though, this is and to anybody in HR, the worst thing you could possibly do, I think, is send out an email that says get on the conference call and then not have everybody that is getting fired that day on the conference call. Oops. Just saying.
One got away.
Yep. Instead it was, hey, did you get the text or the email? What do you mean? Oh, you might want to check your emails now. Oh.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah. So there you go. So that's why I'm drinking today.
Nice. Congratulations by that. Your 1 year anniversary of getting canned.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what the crazy thing is? If you had asked 30-year-old Greg Gnip many years ago, if this is the way my life would be today, I would have been like, you're crazy.
You must be kidding. You must be kidding.
Yeah, I figured I'd still be doing radio, married with 2.5 kids, the white picket fence, covered in tattoos, of course, but it's that whole thing but instead, it's that's why I always tell people, listen, if something happens, just take that as an adventure. Now you can just go on and,
life is an adventure, Greg. It just is.
It really is.
You never know what's going to happen.
That's why it's like you can lie down in the fetal position and give up, or you can just go, you know what, I'll have a drink and move on.
Lie down in the fetal position and go, it's only 9 o'clock in the morning, I give up. Well,
I've done that a few times after all night drinking fests with you.
I know. I know.
I've got to give up right now.
Bad people. Hey, what are you drinking there, by the way? It looks like another cup of coffee.
Well, it's a cup of coffee, and
don't do it.
But I've added, and I think I introduced you to this, the 40 Creek Nanaimo Bar cream liqueur. Yes, this is what I'm having, a dessert coffee right now.
You are.
It's absolutely delicious. Now, and the other thing that this makes amazing, milkshakes.
Oh, wow.
Vanilla ice cream, this, blender, hello, good night.
Right. So, I lucked out again this year. Started doing my Christmas shopping early and found one of my all-time favorites. This Evan Williams eggnog is the best in the world, and it's the best in the world because it has bourbon, brandy, rum, and has everything in it. So I'm going to pour a bit and enjoy some of that. Nice. See,
and I have to be honest, 100%. I owe you for introducing me to this last year. So cheers, my friend.
Absolutely. My favorite.
To creamy drinks at 12 noon.
Nothing says Christmas like that, and well, maybe
hey, motherfucker.
a Bruce Willis movie.
Yeah, we're not gonna
go there.
Nope, we're not gonna go about that. Christmas. Just saying, but it's funny, like I can't drink this like cream liqueur during the summer.
No,
Spring, summer, and even early fall. It's got to
Boy,
be
is this ever good.
colder where you can, you sit back. Like one of my favorite things on is on a Sunday morning is I will go walk to the convenience store down the street, just down the street. I'll get a newspaper, and
A what?
I know a newspaper.
Oh,
I actually will go and buy the newspaper. I hate
the fuck
I
is that?
hate reading, like, when people say, "Oh, get a Kindle and read your books that way."
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm like, no, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I am a book, newspaper, magazine kind of guy. But and that's the thing. I'll make myself, I'll sip on a couple, I'll sip on some like liqueur type things. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. It's just a great way to waste a Sunday. I mean, there's been times where I've read the Globe and Mail basically from front to back, and it's been 3-4 hours, and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot about football. I did, I just didn't care about any of that kind of stuff. Instead, I get in trance. And the thing is, for me, like if you read like the New York Times and if you read like the Globe and Mail and some of those kind of newspapers, sometimes I have to go and actually like research who they're talking about, because they'll be like, so and so, and almost like they assume that everybody knows who it is, and I'm like, I have no idea. I'm like, oh, that's the Latvian interior minister who was in Canada 2 weeks ago. Oh yeah. So yeah, the Globe and Mail and New York Times sometimes makes me feel that I need to brush up on my world politics.
It's not just that, but Greg, we grew up really in Detroit. We really grew up in Michigan, in the Midwestern United States. We happen to live in Canada, but the reality is, all of our media was Bill Bonds growing up. I mean, all of our radio was, our old friend Mike Halloran and Tinsley in the afternoon, at Tutalur on WLBS, and all those wonderful things, right? So we grew up with American media as our focus.
Hey, speaking of Halloran, we should get him on the show.
Yeah, we should.
You know what? I'm gonna give him a call, because it would be kind of fun to talk about old radio.
Yeah.
Either that, or who would be a good guy to get on the show too is my old boss, Greg St. James.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. I mean, legend in the Detroit area for music, and he was the guy that actually was the brains behind 89X.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why not?
You talk to them and talk about music and things like that.
Let's do it. I mean,
Halloran's always fun to talk to.
Absolutely, and we're still trying to kind of line up some different artists here and there before the end of the year. So we're still talking to Hookie about having him on, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, So, but yesterday I helped you find your Evan Williams
my
eggnog.
stash.
But,
thank you.
And it's funny though, because you got me thinking about the whole Christmas thing, because you said that you shop all year long.
I take advantage of it. When I see something that I know somebody will like, and I just take advantage. I just do it.
Yeah, I mean, and I understand that, like, right, but I honestly, like you said, since we grew up in the, right, on the doorsteps of Detroit,
yep.
I don't feel any Christmas cheer until American Thanksgiving. Like nothing. Like I don't even. I mean, and I purchased some Christmas stuff. Like I said, I went and got eggnog.
Yeah,
but I don't. But as soon as that parade happens, I'm like, boom, I'm in. And I think also part of it is because since I was 19 years old,
mm-hmm.
I have never actually dated a Canadian girl. I have dated.
That's right.
I have never dated a Canadian girl. The closest I came to dating a Canadian girl was I was in Windsor, and I started talking to this pretty girl, and we started talking, and this is before cell phones,
mm-hmm.
and and we just hit it off. It was great, and I said, could I call you sometime? And she said, yes, you can. And then she wrote down her number, and she wrote 248. And I went, oh my God, you're from like Royal Oak or Ferndale area. And she's like, yes. And I'm like, here I am in Windsor thinking that, she was there because her kid sister had just turned 19. right? So she was so it's like
Oh yeah.
yeah. So that's the thing. So I have spent my entire life waiting for Canadian Thanksgiving, and then American Thanksgiving, and then Christmas,
Nice.
but never Black Friday because
Yeah.
I've always been afraid of that.
Yeah, I think, Greg, there's a holiday stop at Remembrance Day in Canada for 11/11, and I think anything past 11/11 is open game for Christmas. Really, I don't turn my lights on until after 11/11. For Remembrance Day, we turn all the exterior lights red, and then right after that, we go blue for the holidays and do blue LED everywhere. So it is what it is. I mean, and I'd rather do all that in the nice warm weather and put it all up and aim it and get it all done before the snow flies.
Yeah, see, I still do it my dad way. My father, he would go outside and the wind would be blowing, snow would be flying, and he'd be out there going, son of a bitch. You know what? Next year, you know what? We're not doing anything.
Yeah, no thanks.
And then the next year, next year.
Exactly. Yeah, but I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. So
no,
so,
I think Sunday I'm going to put up my Christmas lights. I'm going to take down because I've got the big porch and I've got the lights all around it. That I don't think I'm going to be sitting outside quite the same way as I did all through the summer. And but I still won't turn my lights on.
We've already watched Die Hard just to kind of kick off the season. So we're in full Christmas mode. We're just finishing off the tree and almost all Christmas shopping's done, and we're just full out. Because don't forget, my wife gets super, super busy in December.
Yeah.
And
well, she's an elf, and
yes,
a lot of people
right.
don't know that.
That's right. She's a Christmas elf. And and we host Vigilia, the big Christmas Eve dinner in the Polish household. So you have 22 people up in the house. So
now, really quick, do you do like the 13 dishes?
Yeah, I don't think it's really 13, but it's very traditional. There's some changes slightly to it. Like we'll do like a fried fish and a smoked salmon, and and mushrooms, and of course schledja, right? Which I can't stand. Yeah, my wife does, and I can't stand it. She makes it. Pickled herring, and yeah. But you know what? Like, dude, you got to go buy your pierogi now. Like you quit fucking around because you're going to be stuck with tortellinis that are Italian. If you want a real Polish dinner, quit complaining about your Polish grandmother and go get the pierogis now before everything's sold out.
You know what? I'll tell you though. You know what? And I'm going to give a little shout out to a place in Windsor. If you want pierogi and anything like that, even pretty close right up to Christmas, European Market on Tecumseh. I'm telling you, last year they saved me for Christmas. I went in there and they had a couple of things that I was like, whoa, on tail, sweet, mine.
Yeah. They're one of the best because they actually have the smoked eel. They've got the Sikorsky kielbasa. They've got all the great stuff that you really want in a traditional Eastern European Eastern kind of meal.
Oh yeah. So my very first my first girlfriend, who I to this day I still love. I think she's absolutely wonderful. She's an awesome human being, and for some reason she still likes me. So it's a weird thing, but was Polish.
Yes,
right. Right. I mean,
She
was born in Poland, came over here when she was 12, and when you talked to her face to face, you didn't hear any accent until she drank, and then the accent came out.
Yep.
And then if she got a little drunker, sometimes she would talk to me in Polish, and I'd look at her and go, "That's enough. You've had enough to drink, honey. You're done." Yeah. But I remember the first Christmas Eve dinner at her house, and right, and
yep.
if you've never been to an Eastern European, you know what? It's a very and I hate using this word, but it's a very ethnic thing. It's but it's like you know what I mean? Like,
wait, you have something against being ethnic?
No.
What's the matter with you?
No, but it's like going to an Italian's house, going to a Russian, a Ukrainian. It's like, listen, put something on the plate, mess it around, just pretend you're eating because they're gonna bother you until you eat. It's that
for sure.
please come and eat, right? And I remember her mom going, I will make you a plate. Well, she came out, and honest to God, I thought she was bringing out food for the table.
Yeah.
And it turned out that was my meal. It was 13 different things, something all for the apostles and everything like that.
No, that's the amount of shots we do while we're sitting there having dinner.
Oh,
we
God.
do that for the apostles.
But then, then the bucket of wine, all this kind of stuff. And then the best part about all of it, so I'm now fuller than I've ever been in my entire life. I'm stuffed to the gills.
Right.
I'm a little bit drunk, and she looks lovingly at me and she goes, "You're going to come to church, right?" And I'm like, huh? Well, now we go to the church in Hamtramck.
Yes, the famous Polish church in Hamtramck.
It was wonderful, beautiful. I didn't understand a word they said because it was all in Polish. Mm-hmm. So she said, "Listen, when I go down on my knees, you go down. When I stand up, you stand up. When you cross, do that, right?" And I said I was the best person in the church because I just followed her lead.
Yep.
Like she could have made me do like the hokey pokey, and I would have been like, "Wow, I guess this is what we're doing."
Yeah. What's really great about that meal is A, the whole family's around the table, and B is you have different courses in the meal, and between each course you do a shot of vodka.
Yep.
And that's kind of where the story with the 13 apostles or whatever for servings of that meal goes. But yeah, you're counting 6 or 7 shots, I think, by the time you're done.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, yeah,
easy,
yeah, and but it's funny because I said, like your family, we've talked about this before, where like my family would sit around the table and we would talk and talk and talk, and dinner could be 3 hours long, and you'd laugh, you'd drink, you'd joke, right. You'd debate, you'd maybe shake your fist at each other, but it was awesome. It was like a great time together. And I said it was so weird when I was married, it would be like a feeding frenzy. It was the first time I went to my now ex-in-laws. It was everybody sat down, ate as fast as they could, got up and separated, and I'm still at the table going, "We're not talking anymore." Okay. So it's funny. I like that. I like our tradition of sitting around, doing what you do and
bringing up your grievances for the year.
Yeah. Well, but it's funny though, as we got older, my sister and I, so growing up, right, as you being, you were allowed to have a drink before you were of age.
Yeah, I think that's debatable, but go ahead.
Right. Oh no, see, yeah, but see, my parents, on Christmas morning we would have a little bit of champagne,
eggnog.
No eggnog. That was nighttime. No, but we would have a little bit of champagne and orange juice. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, as I got older and my sister got older, it started to be, well, we drank champagne with a couple of drops of orange juice. It was awesome. There'd be some of those Christmas mornings where we're like, we should probably stop because we have to go to our aunt's house.
or drink some more because we got to go to our aunt's house.
Well,
depending on what side of the family you're on.
Yeah.
Sorry, Auntie.
Oh, yeah. So that's the excitement right there.
Yes, it is.
Now, have you bought do you put up a real Christmas tree? Or
no, not a fucking chance.
No? Fake one?
Big fake one. Nice big fake one.
Okay.
Pre-lit too.
Ah.
Oh yeah, we're not screwing around, Greg. We're not screwing around. I'm not watering a tree every day and cleaning up paint. And plus we got with a dog, you just don't want to chance it. Just
yeah,
a nice looking artificial tree is all you need.
Yeah. See, for me, every year every other year it's a real Christmas tree. Because if I go up to Toronto for Christmas, I tend to put up my small artificial one, but this year it's a real tree. So I'm warning anybody listening, if you don't wait too long for Christmas trees this year, there's going to be a shortage because of issues out in BC and parts of the East Coast as well. So Christmas trees will be at a premium. And it's so bad this year that IKEA in Toronto isn't selling Christmas trees.
For shame. For shame.
I know that, and the IKEA ones, you didn't even have to put them together. They weren't like the Ferguson or trees.
They come with an Allen wrench.
Yeah, no. So that's the thing. If you do put up a natural Christmas tree, and it was funny. My sister and my brother-in-law live up in the Toronto area, and they were looking at here's how crazy pricing some of them are.
Okay.
They said, okay, well, here's a place advertising. It's a tree farm. And you can go get yourself a Christmas tree. Like what you do is you pull up and you tell them roughly how big you want.
Yep.
They'll go and do it. It turns out that it was $165. Yeah, I'm like, as opposed to the $20 at IKEA. So they're like, we'll shop around, thanks.
Yeah, and again, you could have bought a really nice pre-lit tree for that.
Yep.
No offense, on sale or even on sale. And even the really, really high-end expensive trees, right? You'll see in the United States that they have, the $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 trees, but those all come on sale as well.
Yep.
So I don't know, man.
Or you just steal one from your neighbors.
Just be
middle of the night, you just steal their tree outside.
Yeah, but you'll get the squirrel too.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go. There's our Christmas time already planned out.
I hear you, man. I hear you. So next week,
I believe we'll get together.
Another week. And until then, I tell you what, this bottle's not going to last.
No.
Not when you open it up on Friday at noon. Good God.
Well, I love when I asked you, I said, how long do they usually last? And what was your answer?
Last? Last? What are you talking about? Once you open the bottle, you get going.
That's right. Cheers, my friend.
All the best, man.